Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for some BBOL action because it is week 1 of season 4 and our match of the week is gonna be a good one. It's HCIII, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name, and the Crazy Wombats facing Loba, the season 1 champion, and the Florida Marlins. Hello everyone, it is Alex, whoops, alongside Nate. Real quick before they get this thing started, because they are like really hoping to get started today. Nate, what are your expectations for this game?
Two veterans from last season. Both teams made the playoffs, so I'm expecting a really good game. But I do have items. This is probably not the best thing to do on the air, but kind of have to do a little bit of a multitasking. Andrew is asking about their game for the Junior League.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I know you mentioned that about that being the Junior League match of the week game.
We can do that. We can totally do that.
So
would it be right after this one, or?
I mean, if they can, I can ask if they can do it right after.
Go ahead and ask them. They are like really waiting to get this thing started. They've been waiting for like 15 minutes, so let's not waste any more time. You go ahead and do that while I look up the starting lineups for this game and simultaneously let them know that they're ready to go. So, bam! I just said it. Here it is. Oops. There we go. There we go. Now we're ready. That's nice. Take a look at this new layout. Hope you guys like the new intro as well. Well, new as in like I added some new transitions and junk. It's pretty much the same. Center horizontally. There we go. Awesome.
Pitch pitching today is
All right.
Ezra Travolta.
So there is Ezra
Kenny
Travolta.
Lofton leads off here.
Let's turn this down. That way everyone can... Excuse me, video game. Excuse me. All right. Immediately, Kenny Lofton with the ground ball. Ricky Johnson is there for the pickup and the out. A little bit of technical difficulties. I want to make sure the whole game is available. There we go. That is what I like to see. Another first pitch hit. Stuart Sullivan with the running grab for out number 2. Very fast-paced game thus far.
The coach calls timeout.
Here we go. That should be good. Once more. Ooh, immediately we have a pitching change, starting with Lance Lambert, who immediately throws a slow ball down and in for ball 1. That's inside it. Again, that's high and inside, actually. The 2-0 pitch. Ooh, that's ball 3. Very, very close to a strike.
Somehow, HC got Leo Wayne again.
That is just the luck of the draw. That is HCI's go-to star player. That is ball 4. Leo Wayne will draw a walk. There it is, Sonia Hagen, the third baseman.
BBOL, put some respect on Ivan King's name. He's the slow ball goat.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of slow ball goats out there. Kenny, of course, is one of them. Shot into left field. Here comes Zoe Mallory to make the catch. That is out number 3, and the Wombats go down in 4. Now the Marlins are coming up to the bat. Okay, finally I can get these lineups started up. Loba has got Stuart Sullivan out in center field. Looking at ball 1 here. Excuse me, my Google Drive decided to crash on me. Ivan King is also quite the slow ball goat, not gonna lie. I think there's multiple. I think you're giving Ivan King a little too much credit. You can't just, like, you know, Kenny Kawaguchi is known for absolutely hurling those slow balls. 2-2. Leo Wayne is pitching for the Wombats. It's now a full count. Stuart Sullivan with a pretty solid at-bat. He's gonna go for an infield single. Will he be able to do it? No, he will not. Out number 1. It's kind of close, though. Following up is Jane Davis. The rest of Loba's lineup is as follows. It's not the exact lineup, but on the rest of the team is Keisha Phillips, Zoe Mallory, we've already seen her, Lance Lambert, the pitcher, Ezra Travolta, who was also the pitcher, Ricky Johnson, Dominic Hoskins, and Matthew LaCruz. There's a sharp line drive. What a snag!
Ooh, what a catch.
What a snag! Well, here's Keisha Phillips. Keisha Phillips became a hot-button draft pick after the World Series last year, where she was basically the MVP of Killer Bats World Championship team. Ooh, a little bit of a drop. And that's another out. So not much action in the first inning, but the Wombats are coming right back up. The Wombats, of course, consist of Leo Wayne, Kenny Lofton, Sonia Hagen, I think, also had an at-bat up there. But we're just going to go down the list anyway. Pamela Kirkos is also on the team. Lena Ang, Tony Gwynn, Kenny Ekman, Stephanie Morgan, and... Wait, hold on. I did not see Stephanie Morgan anywhere on here. Is this an old thing? Oh, wait, no. They're batting. I'm silly. 1 away.
Heather made good contact, but Heather is just really slow and was not able to make it the first in time.
Unfortunately. That is strike 1. Another fantastic slow ball. That is a fly ball going into right field. Jane Davis, not the best defensively. Will she make the catch? Oh! Unfortunately, this one was a matter of her not being under it, which sometimes it's really hard to catch those fly balls, I will say.
Jane Davis is really, really good offensively, but defensively, not the best player out there.
Not exactly the best with the glove. We have seen multiple scenarios where that was the case, both in the regular season and in the postseason. Tony Gwynn now up, not nearly as good in this game as he was in real life, which is an absolute shame, but still a solid choice for first base. Good with contact. Looks at strike one, very high. The prediction thus far, 90% of people who put in a prediction, which is only one person, but they voted with the most, I'm thinking that was probably just Loba voting for the most. No, it was BBOL who put in 1,600 points for Loba to win, and Lance Lambert gets Tony Gwynn looking for out number 2, but there's still a runner in scoring position. Now we got another person who voted an extra 1,500. There is like no faith for HCIII, and that is just a shame. Dude is really good. Kimmy Ekman now got some pop in her bat. Is it enough pop to get over the very, very short but yet very, very far left field fence? We will find out.
She does have enough. It's her contact that's low. That's going to typically prevent her from getting consistent hits.
Oh, good slow ball. Lance Lambert gets another one with a very low slow ball. You sure you want to stand by your comment that Ivan King is the slow ball GOAT? Because I think Lance Lambert is making a very good name for himself.
Lance Lambert's pretty good, but I gotta stick with my boy.
We got Zoli Mallory coming up now. Mallory also has a pretty good bat, 75 power and 60 contacts. He's also quite the speedster, a good solid choice. Even defensively. No, I'm sorry. Yes. She's got 75, 76 arm strength, so a good defensive and offensive. Just a good all-around player. Like, if you were playing Mario... Oh.
That was close.
Yeah, that was a very close play. I was about to say, like, if you were playing Mario Super Sluggers, like, she'd probably be Mario. Or at least close to it. Here's Lance Lambert, looking at ball 1. Lance, if there's anything better than Lance's slow ball, it's... And it's not better than his slow ball, but he can hit the ball far. 94 power we're looking at here. The 3-0 count now to Lance Lambert from Leo Wayne, a ground ball. Easy play, 2 away.
One thing that I have noticed early on is that people are pitching away a lot more than they did in the past. Largely in part to the strike zone being, or the hit quality of the strike zone being slightly modified with the corners.
Which is definitely a good move in my opinion. Honestly, if I were to do anything as a modder, I would shrink the strike zone, because pitches like that right there, that's just goofy. But it counts. And Matthew LaCruz is down in the count 0-1.
That's why we have the emote.
This is absolutely correct. Someone throw that up there for those who don't know what we're talking about. That I might.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Thank you, Halo. You beat me to the punch. Alright, so not a whole lot of action. In fact, not a whole lot of hits in the first 2 innings. And we got Steph Morgan going to lead things off for the Wombats. Steph Morgan and I share a birthday. But most importantly, we share a birthday. And also we share a birthday. She looks at ball 1. She's good contact. It's a pretty solid choice for her fielding position as well. So she's not the fastest, but still can get from here to there relatively quickly. And a decent arm as well.
I'm curious, how many people like in our community share a birthday with either one of the backyard kids or one of the pros? That'd be really interesting to find out.
We got Kenny Lofton with Magnitude. That's a pop fly. Who's gonna catch it? no one
Ooh,
as it
got passed.
gets past both curly black-haired kids in the middle infield. I do not believe there is a March 11th, off the top of my head at least. Nor is there a March 11th. Kenny Lofton, one of the faster players on the team, as long as he gets a ground ball through a hole, he might be able to get it. But he's going for a liner over to Jane Davis. Probably a good move to hit it towards Jane Davis because of her defensive skills or lack thereof. We might have our first run here. Yes, Stephanie Morgan is going home. The throw by Lambert got him at the plate. Ooh, a double play!
At the cannon.
What a double play by Loba! And now there's absolutely nobody on base. And this game, oof. And this game almost went from being a 1-0 lead in HC3's favor to now back to right where it was when the innings started. All right, now Leah Wayne's coming up. Let's see if Lance Lambert is feeling pitching inside the strike zone. It did exactly that. That's a fly ball, very deep. Jane Davis. It's gonna be a hard catch. She got it.
Oh,
Out number
Jane
3.
catches it this time.
All right, so a little bit of energy from the Wombats here, but not enough. Just a little bit of lack of luck there. But the Marlins, fresh off of a very sick double play, it's got some momentum going into the bottom of the third.
Ezra showing off that 195 arm.
That is a 1-1 count now to Dominic Hoskins. Hoskins' best trait is, if I can look, ground ball, diving play, out number 1. His best trait, according to this, is his eye. He's got a really good eye for the ball. Really good hand-eye coordination. Here's Rick Johnson, the best player ever. That's a ground ball. Ricky Johnson can't really do a whole lot there. Out number 2. Back to Stuart Sullivan, the ever so speedy Stuart Sullivan. By ever so speedy, I mean top 5 fastest players in the game. Be him, Star Moonbeam, Pete Wheeler, and Kenny Lofton. Ground ball. Again, right to Leah Wayne, but the dive! But it is just in time for out number 3. So not a whole lot of action in the first half of this game, though we might see some more later on. This game is not over yet.
Nope, we are not playing in Dogwood.
Phillips, Lambert, Hagen is safe on first. Well, he's fast, I'll say that. Kenny Lofton might not be. I think Kenny Lofton's like an 8 or something on speed. But he definitely feels. Whenever I play with him, it feels like he's a 9. Thank you, CRK. Good research. Strike 2. Well-placed strike right there. In fact, that is exactly the emoji we have. Line drive. Keisha Phillips gets it.
Ooh, nice catch
Good
by
snag.
Keisha.
So far, some A+ defense from Loba and company.
That height was definitely beneficial on that play right there.
Lambert, that's a pop fly. Mallory is under it. Makes the catch. Uh-oh, we might have another. Nah, just a little bit of a trip, but Zoe's going to play it safe and keep Hagen on first. Here comes Tony Gwynn. A good slow ball, but just a little bit low. Ball 1. I was speaking earlier how Gwen is not necessarily... Oh, that's a good hit. Way back. That might hit the wall. Yes, it will. Hawkins going to third. Not necessarily the fastest, but she will make it safely. And now we got runners at the corners, and HCI has his best chance at scoring here. all game. Probably the best chance at anyone scoring all game. We got Kimmy Ekman up to the batter's box. Now, HCI plays at Ekman Acres, which is probably why he has Ekman on his team, because Ekman's contact skyrockets to an 82 instead of a 42, which is what she has right now. We got Dominic Hoskins on the mound right now.
Dominic is one of the only players that have 60 or better in all 4 pitches.
Oh dear. Oh, Tony Gwynn, not so fast. But some good base running from HCI gets both runners in scoring position. That's a very fun fact about Tony Gwynn. And honestly, like, you know, people do not talk about Tony Gwynn as often as they should. Facing Greg Maddox, one of the most proficient pitchers. Ooh, what a pitch by Dominic Hoskins, going for the fastball there. That will end the top of the 4th inning. And we got some good hitters coming up for the Marlins in the bottom half of the 4th. They're saying Greg Maddox was one of the 90s most prolific pitchers, and even on into the 2000s when he played for the Cubs and Padres, he still had that pitching spunk in him. Davis with a fly ball. That's deep. That's gonna go off the wall easily. Morgan almost plays it off the wall, but it bounces off her head. Jane's probably gonna make it into 3rd, and she will make it into 3rd. Oh boy. It goes past her. Jane's going home. The throw's not going to be in time. Jane Davis got an inside the park home run. 1-0 Marlins.
I think you can say that Jane Davis has not made up for all those defensive errors in right field.
Oh, she has made up. It has been a roller coaster, up and down every single time. Phillips is just going to land it. Ooh, good snag by the shortstop. We got Zoe Mallory, who... Decent player. Good snag by the second baseman. That is out number 2. That is Pamela Kirkos, I believe. And we got Lance Lambert. Outside ball 1. Watches that one. Was probably not going to get a good hit with it anyway. 1-1. A little too outside. Lance Lambert with a 2-1 count now on him.
Oh, perfect pitch right there in the
Fantastic
corner.
pitch by Leah Wayne, and this is what we call in the business, or at least Mike Madness calls, a Chuck Woolery count, the ground ball. Lance not necessarily the fastest, will slug his way over the first, out number 3. So the Marlins take the lead on a Jane Davis inside the park home run. The score is now 1-0 as we enter the top of the 5th. Here we got Stephanie Morgan. And if anyone knows about Jane gives and Jane takes away, it's amazing in chat. That's Killer Bat, for those of you who don't know. A ground ball fouled behind everyone. Morgan got on base her first time up, so she has a perfect 1,000 average. I'm knocking on wood right now, that way I don't commentators curse this. Ball 2. That's a ground ball over to Matthew LaCruz. Throw to first. And now Stephanie Morgan's batting average is 500. We got the unlucky Kenny Lofton, who has yet to get on base today. A little bit of an early swing there from Kenny Lofton, strike 1.
Lofton did get on base, but got caught in that double play.
That's right, he did. Going for a hook this time. Lofton sends this one over to right center field. Davis is going to go under it, and oh dear, she kind of falls right in front of her. And Kenny Lofton is on with a double. Kyrkos, thank you very much, Sonny.
The Kendall clone.
That's a line drive. Mallory is got it. Out number 2. Oh, Kenny Lofton's going. No, he's not going to third. He's going to second.
Kenny does not get doubled off this time. That's a smart move because he got Lee up.
Loba's been doing a good job pitching conservatively to Leah Wang, because you never know what'll happen if she gets a hold of that ball like she just did right there. Davis with the behind the oh no, it goes over her shoulder. This is going to be a tie ball game, as the ever so speedy Lofton is going to easily cross home plate. We got a tie game here in the top of the 5th.
The score is now 1-1. Jane Davis to Jane Davis.
Oh God. Oh dear. Strike 1. Sonia Hagen. What do we know about Sonia Hagen? We know that she can hit the ball. 80 power, 56 contact. Her only 100 stat. Oh, she's got good stamina. So as long as she pitches nothing but right hooks, she can keep her on the mound for a while. Strike 2.
Sonya definitely does have her believers and her fans, for sure.
Unlike Jane Davis, who is quickly getting roasted in our chat right now. Good move throwing it to the pitcher to throw off Miss Leah Wayne up there at second base. Going for the fireball, strike 3, and best to do that on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. But Dominic Hoskins is a little bit worn out. Thank goodness he has the juice there.
I do think that Sonya has more... I think more people like Sonya in RBBL than they do in online. Or at least more vocal about it.
Mm-hmm. Ezra Travolta, the catcher for these Marlins, is going to ground that one. Oh, they were looking for to hit it to the right field, but Ezra Travolta hits it to left, throwing everyone off. And we got a runner on with nobody out. Hey, DLW made it into chat. DLW, for if you're catching up with us on chat, the score is Jane Davis 1, Jane Davis 1. Both runs were because of Jane Davis. Once because she hit a home run, the other because she let a run score. La Cruz deep into right center field. Morgan makes the grab on the very low grab. Travolta tags back up at first. Now we got Dominic Hoskins.
And now Schlim is sad because Steph robbed Matthew La Cruz of a hit.
It's true. Schlim is La Cruz is Schlim's power-up user in RBBL. He just won a game because La Cruz had 2 aluminum power home runs. Hoskins pops this one up. And it's caught. Trucked over by Leo Wayne. They shake hands. You good? You good? Great. And they go back to their respective positions. Ricky's just happy to be here.
Ricky says he's gonna hit it.
And he did. That might... Nope, Ezra's a little too slow. Oh! And what is... Oh, dear. An unfortunate base running move by Loba up there. But, so we remain tied as we go into the last inning of the year. What? Of the game. Last inning of the game. If we don't, yeah, this is the last game of the year, everyone. See you in January. Get a whole month off. No, if nothing changes here, it'll be the last. No, if nothing changes here, we might go into extras.
Now pitching.
This is why I'm not a professional. This is why I don't do this for. This is why I don't go into this as a career. There are people who are better wordsmiths than I am. We got a ground ball by Heather Quinn, but I'm not really sure if anything's going on.
I think we have a soft lock.
Is that a soft lock?
Or desync. Desync.
It's probably desync. I don't. Is that? It could be internet. It could be any. It could be a whole lot of things. But that's the first. That's the first at bat of the inning. I don't know exactly what. I don't know exactly how that would work out. I'm gonna wait here.
It's not about perfection, it's about improving and getting better each time you do it.
This is very true. That is what we have, not we, but that is what the wonderful people behind the online mod have learned while constantly making changes and making small, slight improvements to the original online software that they used for this game. As we are just sitting here waiting for something to happen. I'd like to remind everyone that this game is brought to you by our Backyard Sports Center Patreon. If you go to our Backyard Sports Center Patreon, you can sign up to go either 3 a month or 10 a month. If you go 10 a month, you might win a chance to win one of our great monthly prizes. This month it's going to be a water bottle with our Backyard Sports Center logo on it. So getting that by what day, Nate?
The end of this week.
The end of this week. Perfect. So it looks like they're going to be restarting here. Normally, they like to. What happens for desyncs and stuff like this, for those who are unaware or are new to this or whatever, or have forgotten, is that basically they have to like rearrange the lineup. Well, first off, Loba is getting the stats before desync and all that wonderful stuff for the for our wonderful stat keepers in the league. But what would happen is, what at least I do, is they adjust the lineup so it goes right back to where it was at the beginning, and when it desyncs, and then they just kind of play from there, and you just got to add the number of innings and all that. It's a huge mess, but that is what we. It's the beauty within the limitations, is what I like to say. You know, the beauty of playing a almost 25 years old video game.
The one good thing is that we've had, I mean, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, but because we have experienced quite a few desyncs, we have gotten pretty accustomed to what to do when it happens. So we're like, oh no, what do we do? We basically know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty smooth to pick back up again.
Amazing. Killer Bat is showing off his internet expertise. He's talking about how the AOL 2.0 floppy disk apparently came with a bug. I did not know. That is a fun fact of the day. All I remember is those AOL used to come like in like little discs. You could get 5,000 hours for free if you bought like a good box of Chex Mix or something like that. I don't know. My family stopped using AOL as soon as whenever George Bush's second term started, I guess. I did not hear that wonderful noise until years later on the internet.
Been a while since I've had Chex Mix.
I say Chex Mix. Chex Mix is not a cereal. I mainly meant just normal Chex. But, but chocolate Chex. That stuff's good.
Yeah, speaking of cereal, it is really crazy to think about that the original game, the 97 version, came in cereal boxes.
It did. Oh, it did. I had no idea. All right, so we're back.
I do not know what brands of cereal boxes, but I know it came in cereal boxes.
There you go. All right, so we're back. This is the top of the 6th. I know it says top of the 1st, but for those just joining, we had a desync, and we're in the top of the 6th. La Cruz dives for it. Dominic Hoskins hobbles over. Not quite the throw, not quite the situation they want, but the Wombats have a player on, nobody out. Up now is Lena Ang. Decent player herself. Can hit the ball pretty far. Got quite the arm as well. That's why she's a catcher. Pop fly. In foul territory. How far will Keisha Phillips be willing to go in this situation? And it is foul.
Better luck next time.
God dang it,
I
forgot that little thing in the corner you see. The thumbs up, thumbs down. That is the trash talk thing. All right, Lena Ang's going to take this the other way, right where they want it. Jane Davis, of course, drops it out in right field. However, they are not quite speedsters, the ones on base right now. And there's runners at first. And, oh dear, we got a little bit of a mishap. But Matthew LaCruz is there to save the day, of course. You know, I think the Marlins just forgot how to catch a baseball.
Don't worry.
Now we got Tony Gwynn. Nobody out, 2 runners on. This is a very good opportunity for HCIII. Line drive.
Ooh,
right
that's
where
a
they
great
want it.
hit.
That's probably going to get past Jane Davis, and it will. Oh dear, we got a little bit of base running trouble. A throw to Ricky Johnson. It looks like they're going to go home with it. And it's going to score. Miss Ezra Travolta. No, Ezra Travolta is the catcher. Whoever was
Lena
first.
Ang,
at
I think.
Yeah, I think it was. No, Lena's at second. I think
Heather Quinn?
it was probably Heather Quinn. Yeah. Regardless, the Wombats now have the lead 2-1, and there's nobody out yet. So this is big trouble for the Season 1 World Champion. That one's gonna be flied. Oh no! Please catch this, Jane. Come on. There we go. Good job, kid. Well done.
I think the Marlins definitely are going to work on their catching in practice this week.
Definitely. And knowing Loba as a coach, I don't know how long they're going to be doing it, but I'm sure it's going to be longer than the state will allow. Line drive. Phillips gonna walk over. And yeah, sure, we'll count that. I don't think Wynn was gonna make it to second anyway.
Double play glitch.
All right, down 1 run. They do have some heavy hitters coming up for the Marlins. Stuart Sullivan. Did they outlaw bunts this year?
No.
Okay. He's thinking about it, and he decides not to. Fouled behind everyone. Fouled behind everyone again. Sullivan cannot hit the ball far, but if he gets it in any gap area, he'll have a chance to get reaching first base with 2 incredibly good hitters coming up. Ooh. Just like a couple of pixels low of a strike. Strike 3 call. That is a hard pitch. The high right hook. Outside, that is absolutely nasty. Well, here comes Jane Davis. Going for a line drive. Low, ball 1.
Let's see if Jane Davis can make up for it again.
That is a good strike. Good pitch by Leo Wang. Good slow ball. A little bit high, so Jane Davis is going to pop this one up. Everyone's kind of running over towards it. Who's going to catch it? And Kenny Lofton's got it. Out number 2. Then we got Keisha Phillips.
Now Loba's down to his final out.
Keisha, the MVP for the Orioles last year. That's a fly ball going into the place where absolutely nobody is. Will Kimmy make the play? No, she will not. That is a ground rule double. And we got runners in scoring position with 2 out.
That's kind of unfortunate for Loba, because I think Keisha might have been able to do it inside the park if that stayed in play.
Might have been, if that was just a little bit more off the wall over there. That's strike 1. Zoe Mallory's got no choice but to hit a line drive because she's got the speed. Line shot. Good catch by the second baseman Pamela Kirkos, and that will do it. HCIII takes the W 2-1 over Loba and the Marlins. The MVP of this game and the LVP of this game. I'm not gonna make another Jane Davis joke. I'm sorry, guys. She's getting too much hate today. I don't want to do that to her. She's probably had enough troubles today. MVP of this game will be Tony Gwynn for that top of the 6th late inning RBI. And HC3, to put in formal terms, even though it's week 1, goes to 1-0 when Loba falls to 0-1. Of course, it's the first week of the season, so anything can happen. For the rest of the now 14-week season, guys. We're doing this for 14 weeks instead of 11 like we have in the past. So that means a whole lot more work for us at the Backyard Sports Center. Not to mention we also have another league as well. All right, so good game to both of those guys. Nate, any update on the Junior League game we were talking about?
Have not heard from Steel Eye yet, so just gonna call it here for now.
Sounds like a good idea. We'll see what happens later on in the day. We might be back at 9, we might be back at 10, who knows. But yeah, that's a good first game. Good game to everyone involved. For everyone here at the Backyard Sports Center, Nate, this is